Hi, my name's Eliza, and today I'm going to be taking you through how to play the Rippin' solo from Shadow Life by Slash featuring Myles Kennedy and the Conspirators. This track appears on the World on Fire album, which I definitely recommend you listen to if you haven't. I think it's my favourite Slash thing ever, including Guns N' Roses stuff. So go and give that a listen, because it's a great song. As with pretty much everything Slash has ever done, the majority of it anyway, we are in E flat tuning for this. So go ahead and tune up, or in this case tune down, and come right back and we'll get into it. So just quickly before we dive into lick one, if you are interested in one-on-one Skype tuition, don't hesitate to get in touch. You can drop me a line on my Instagram or on my email, so I'll link those in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into learning the solo. So we've got some nice sort of juicy pinch harmonics on there. And what you want to do is begin on 9th fret of your low E string, but add in a couple of, you can hear and play a couple sort of ghost notes, muted notes, and then we come on to a pinch harmonic on our 7th fret of the A string. So next we have this little sort of bend and pull off phrase from 9th fret of the A string. We want to bend, and I'm bending down rather than up for this. Release, pull off to 7, slide 9 to 11 on the A string, and then come back to 9 on the E string. And then we finish that off with a nice big bend on 7th fret of our A string. And you probably want to add a pinch harmonic onto that as well. So next we work into this phrase. We begin this one with this little muted phrase. In the record it's very, very muted, it's quite quiet, so do make sure that your palm muting is kind of locked in for that one. What we do is we slide 9 to 11 again, and then we go from 11 A string onto 9th of the D string, back to 11 of the A string, 11 of the D string, and back to 11 of the A string. Okay, and then we're going to do a light bit of string skipping, and we've got this bend on 9th fret of the G string, and then we come down and just play 9. And then we do our little hammer on pull off of this nice little minor second. So we want to go from 8, hammer on 9, pull off 8, come on to 9 of the D string, back onto our 8 G string, and then slide from 9 to 11 on the D string. Okay, so all together slowly. Then we work into this phrase. So we're beginning with this sort of back and forth palm muted idea again. This time we're going from the 11 D string that we just slid into before, onto 8 G string, back to 11 D string, 9 G string, and then back to 11 D string. Make sure your palm muting is on for that bit there. Then we're coming into a bend. We want to bend up twice on 10 of our B string. So we bring it down, bend twice, and then bring it down, and hit that 10. Then we have another nice little minor second. So we go from 9, hammer on 10, pull off 9. And then we want to finish it off with some bends here. So after I've pulled off onto this 9, I want to bend 11 of my G string and come back onto this 9 on my B string. Do that again, and we finish it off with a nice bend on that 11th there, okay? Next up, we're going to work into this. I would switch pickups here. Don't know if Slash actually does, but it just seems to have a bit more of a mellow sound to it coming around there, so that's how I do it. If you don't want to, that's fine. So we're going from 9th of our high E string, and then we're sliding 12, 14 on our B string. Add some nice vibrato on there, and then we want to, with a sort of bridge flat finger, we want to play 12 of the high E string, and then pull off 14, 12 of the B string. Come on to a bend on 14 of the high E string. Okay? Then we bring that down. We do a little back and forth, 14, 12, 14 on the high E string. Then we do this really nice bend on 12 of the high E string. Bring that down, play 12 again, but not bended this time. And finish that on 14 of the B string, okay? Then we want to play this. So that's going to be 12 E string, 14 B string. Nice bend on the 14th of the E string, and we bring that down. 2 picks on 14 of the B string. So we've now arrived at the sort of rolling legato section, very typical of Slash's work. Here's what it sounds like played through very slowly. Okay, so we want to start here on the 14th fret of our B string, and we want to roll hammer on, but you know, you should get that sort of rolling feeling with the hand. You'll notice that live Slash sort of goes for this kind of more of a diagonal angle with his hand. It does help, so if you want to try that out, do. Okay, so we want to hammer on 14, 16, 17, and then 14, 16, 17 on the high E string, and then pull off, so pull off the same fret. So we're hammering on the high E string there, 14, 16, 17, pulling off 17, 16, pulling off to 14, okay? And then we come back down and we pull off 17, 16, 14, and then we want to do that again, okay? That second one's a little bit faster. And then we've got this little slide that goes from 16 of your G string down to 14, okay? And then we want to pull off 16, 14, 12, and come on to 16 of the D string. Okay, and then we've got pull off 14, 13 on your G string, back to 14, and then 13, 14 B string, 16, pull off 14, pull off 13, and then 14, 16, 17 again, 14, 16, 17 on the high E string, 14, 16, 17 again, and then we finish it with a bend on 17 there of the high E string. So all together again, really slowly on that one. Hopefully that's all making sense so far. work into one of those almost neoclassical Baroque kind of phrases that Slash is also a fan of. Very slowly, it's going to go something like this. Okay, so this is all going to be alternate picked, and it's going to start on the 17 where you've just been bending up at the end of your legato phrase. You're going to release that and just play 17, 16, back to 17, 14, then we repeat that, 17, 16, 17, 14, and then we come on to the 16, 12, 14, 16, 17, okay? After that, we want to come 14, 16, 12, 14, 11, 12, and then we have a little hammer on and pull off from 9, hammer on 11, pull off to 9, and then we have a bend at 12th fret of the B string. We finish it off by tucking our pinky in here and playing 12 of the high E string. Okay, so once more all together very slowly on that. Next, after we've done this sort of bending idea, we actually add another little 12th fret on the high E string. It's going to lead us into that phrase there, okay? So after the 12 high E string, another bend on your 12th B string, come back onto 9 of your high E string and do another little hammer on pull off 9, 11, pull off 9. So another bend then on 11, come on to 9, and then we have this slightly strange bend on the 11th fret of the B string, and then hit the note that you've just sort of bended to on 12 of the B string. And then we come on to 9 of the B string and we do a little hammer on and pull off, 9, 11 on this one as well. Come on to 11 of the G string, back to 9 of the B string. So we've got this bend and release on 11 of the G string, and then we have 9 of the G string, come on to 11, D string, back to 9, back to 11, sorry, of the G string, back to 11 of the D string, and then we finish that with a little hammer on from 9 to 11 on the G string. Okay, so all together really slowly there. Okay. We are into the last phrase of the solo. So we want to start that off with a nice big bend on 17 of the B string. Release, now just play 17 B string. Come on to 16, and then we want a little half step bend. So we're sort of bending up to the pitch we've just come from again. Release, and play 16. Come on to 14. Back to 16. And then we have a hammer on pull off 14, 16, pulling off back to 14, slide down to this 13 here, and I've looked at, you know, some videos of Slash playing this solo live, and it seems the way that he hits these ending notes is he goes for the pinky finger on 16 here of the high E string, and then bends up to that pitch on 14 of the high E string, okay? So all together really slowly. And there you go, that is the final lick from the Shadow Life solo by Slash. I hope you enjoyed it. Do feel free to subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.